Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony Max. Y'all know I do it to the max. Coming back at y'all again with another fantastic episode of Truth to Life, where we discuss real life issues that affect real life people in real everyday life. Well, in today's issue, you guys, we're going to discuss the difference between African women and African American women, and or black women in many other places. The mindset difference. So, I hope you got your pen and your pad. You ready? Come on. Let's dig in. Okay, ladies. Here's the deal. In Africa, if you look on any special, any documentary, even they have things on YouTube, you can just look and see that the mindset has always been a community mindset. The group as a culture. The pervading theme in Africa has always been a tribe mindset. This westernized mindset that you guys have is not conducive to the tribe mindset. You didn't used to be, where we come from originally, was not independent, was not being promoted. Still is not being promoted. It's non-existent in Africa. In Africa, that's not who we are. Where we come from. So this whole movement in the black manosphere is a very logical next step for our progress as a whole. Imagine for a second if the women started relegating their thoughts back to Africa and the culture of African people in our origin, how we are supposed to function and how we began to function and how we were functioning from the beginning of all humankind. We have always been a family and a tribe. Once we start promoting family and tribe again, then that's when we will become better as a people. This has been something that has been definitely needed to be addressed for years on top of years, because we've been out of control for far too long. We already know that the powers that be introduced drugs into our neighborhoods and into our culture back in the 60s to destroy the unity that we had, because we were so strong as family units. As individual family units, we were powerful. This is what destroyed us, is when they introduced drugs, and it just basically just destroyed our communities. It destroyed our families. It destroyed our culture. However, now, looking back in retrospect, hindsight is 2020. So since we see what they've done to get us in the position that we're in right now, now we know what we need to do to eliminate their power and control over us so that we can get ourselves out of this situation, which is the reason why we have the black manosphere. We have women and men within this community that are proponents for change and progress and development, achievement in the black family. These are the things that but guess what? Where does it start? It all starts in relationships. You cannot have a family without a relationship. So if the male and female dynamics are not understood and embraced on both sides, then how can there even be a black family? They don't have this problem in Africa. African women don't have this problem. Don't you know that there are black men that have the means to do so, that are either going to Africa to get wives or moving to Africa to totally escape the conditions over here within the dynamics of the dating scene and families? Don't nobody want to be around all that madness, a whole bunch of big women that are bigger than men and masculine women, and that's not pervasive in Africa. See, that's what I'm saying. Our people, where we come from, this is not who we are. This is westernized thinking, and the media feeding and manipulating and subliminally controlling our culture by way of the media. When are we going to snap out of it? Now is the time. What's happening is there's a great awakening that's happening. We're becoming more self-aware than we've been in a long time, since the 50s and 60s. We're now starting to gravitate toward being better husbands, better wives for those that are wife-minded, so that you can raise husbands as little boys, wives as little girls, because they can see the role of a husband and the role of a wife. I'm not talking about nobody else on my channel other than straight heterosexual men and straight heterosexual women. Period. One man, one woman getting married, husband and wife raising children. That's the focus. Because without the children, we don't have a future. Our children are our future. So whatever you're demonstrating in front of your little boys and little girls right now, what they see, what you expose them to, is what they're going to become. That's how they're going to operate within relationships, for the most part. Not in all situations, but statistically, according to the numbers, in most situations, hands down. So, because so many people are myopic, it robs them of a deeper and greater understanding, which also robs them of identifying the problem, which also robs them of being able to address the problem, which inevitably robs them of becoming better people overall and living life in an effective way of change, which creates progress. You have to live your life on purpose, with purpose, because if you do not live your life on purpose and with purpose, then your life is lived haphazardly. And any life that's lived haphazardly is a life that's not even worth living, because you succumb, you surrender your will to the elements. How can you possibly subject yourself to anything goes and you have dreams and desires and goals at the same time? That's like a dichotomy, and they cannot coexist. You have to make up your mind, choose a direction, and move with intention, move with purpose. That's all I'm saying. But if you don't, look, if you don't plan for yourself, life will plan for you. If you don't live on purpose, life will give you the purpose to live for, which is no purpose. And it'll just take you like a ship without a rudder. You're just going you're just like a nomad. And if you don't know what a nomad is, look it up. You're just moving aimlessly through life. This is why husbands and wives under the same roof with at least a somewhat healthy relationship, hopefully a very healthy relationship, but a somewhat healthy relationship is so intrinsic, which is so intrinsic to the outcomes of little children becoming adults. Because if we, as the adults, don't take the initiative to live our lives on purpose and with purpose, how can we possibly expect our children to have the best possible outcomes. It's not going to happen because we have not taken the initiative to ensure that their futures are secure by making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. Husbands cheating on wives, wives cheating on husbands. All you gotta do is just watch Cheaters. Watch you a couple of episodes of Cheaters and you'll see how disgusting it is. Your peace, desiring another woman, we're men, we still have wants and needs. We're not dead, we just married or whatever when we are, for those of us that are married. And the same dynamics for the women. Just because you see somebody that's attractive doesn't mean that you have to have sex with them. Doesn't mean that you have to have cheating, emotional conversations with other men, even if you're not having sex with them. Keep yourselves away from that. Bring those issues up to your man and let him know what's going on and be real with him so that he can fix that problem if it's something that he's lacking on his end. Same thing, wife. Same thing, husband. If your wife is lacking in the area, don't go knock down little mama because she's giving you the time of day. She's trying to give you to play your secretary or some freak or whatever, because it's not worth it. Because it's not necessarily so much about the husband and wife, the damage that you're causing to your children. No one thinks about the children. It's more weighty, that's more tangible, it's more significant than the pain that you cause to one another. This is why getting professional help is so important and working it out. That's what a marriage is. It's an agreement, it's a business. You work this thing out. Exits, there are no exits. This is till death. And you grind this thing out and you make it work when it's not working. So, with that being said, I hope y'all learned a little something. I'll just try to give you guys just a little piece of information here and there to kind of help you in your day-to-day lives to understand better. Because when we understand better, we're able to identify certain things and become better people overall. So, with that being said, hey, thank y'all for coming. Thanks for the continued love and support. I hope y'all learned something, got something out of that. I appreciate the love and support, man. We getting up there. Thanks for all the subscriptions. I appreciate y'all very much so. If you're on your laptop or your PC in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the ways to support. I do R&B music as well as a few other styles of music. If you like what you hear in the background, that's one of the songs that I've done. You can support the channel by clicking in the upper right-hand corner and making a purchase, or other ways to support as well. If you're on your phone or your tablet, below the video, you'll see the ways to support. If you click on show more or read more, you'll see the different links where you can support the channel. With that being said, thank you guys for the continued love and support. I really appreciate you guys. Till next we meet. Peace and progress to you, baby. Mwah.